Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Flashback. So, as you might have noticed, we got a new intro that happened before this. So, hopefully you guys dig that. Let us know in the comments if you do. What else? What other orders of business? Mr. Boopster's in his birthday suit because it's been a while since he's been in his birthday suit.
Could find so many scarves and things for him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So, regular orders of business. We had 228 votes. The last three places were really close, and then the first place wasn't close at all. So, I'll start with the bottom. Soul Sisters with 40 votes, so that one gets kicked out. Then we had Growbots with 42 votes, which also, unfortunately, gets kicked out because this would be its
last voting.
Fourth or fifth voting period?
I believe it's fourth.
Fourth? Yeah. Whatever it is. It's gone anyway, so there's no sense still talking about it. And we had Esper Delve with 44. So it was 40, 42, 44. Wow. But,
all within four votes.
And Esper Delve just
starting with 40 and within
second.
4 votes of each other.
Mm-hmm. So Esper Delve, this is its last shot. So if it doesn't win this week, then it doesn't win at all.
You get out again.
But yeah. And in first place, if you did the math already, we had Contaminated Frost with 102 votes. That wasn't so close.
Not really, no.
No. When you have almost 60 on the second place, that's pretty good. Like having over double the second place. But yeah, anyway. So that's the deck I'm playing. There's not a ton of changes in the main board from Kreestab's original list. This is a Kreestab special. But the sideboard, I kind of went like an almost transformative direction with it, and I'll explain that when we get to sideboards. Yeah. So, next week, Esper Delve comes back for the last time. The one that got kicked out the last, and we're adding it and all that, is Black-White Eldrazi, so that one's returning. And the two new ones that we're adding are Dimir Trinkets and Saheeli Evolution. So,
Dimir Trinkets, of course, is another Patreon list.
Yes, that is very true. I think that was everything. I'll be going first since I'm the challenge deck, and we'll see you in game 1. Alright, game 1. Gonna show my hand. Yeah, that's what I have going on. Go ahead. 18.
And we've got
That's not the most exciting hand.
No, it's not,
really.
But it had a really good 3-drop and a really good 4-drop, so.
Brimaz. It's the most annoying one.
Yeah, he's pretty terrifying.
Go ahead. Coco can be annoying, but I don't have to deal with that quite yet.
Windswept Heath and Jurgo.
Untap. Draw a card. That wasn't terrible. Here's a Ghost Quarter. And... Why not? Thoughtseize again. 16.
Well, you've seen these two guys, of
Yep.
course. And here's a 5-drop. It wasn't a very good draw.
Yeah, I see that. So I'm probably going to take Coco now. Because that thing's not the scariest thing in the world. Plus, I don't think it's ever actually entered the battlefield in Flashback, so...
I think it did once.
Did it once? Yeah, fair enough. Go ahead.
End of your turn. Correct this. Go to 19. Find a Temple Garden tapped.
Sure. Yeah, unfortunately, like, a lot of zoo decks probably don't run a ton of basics, but yours happens to. So, Ghost Quarter is not at its best.
Windswept Heath.
Yep.
Crack that going to 18. We'll find a Plains. And a Sky Hunter.
Yep.
It's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. That was reasonable. Here's a polluted Delta. And we're going to Contaminated Ground your Temple Garden. So that's now a swamp, and when it becomes tapped, you lose 2 life. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. These draws are not good. Temple Garden tapped.
I need that, because my game 1's not
2.
very strong against you. I'm going to crack this, going to 15. We'll just get a swamp. And I will Fatal Push the Sky Hunter, even though it can fly.
In response, I'm going to path it.
Sure.
Because path's just not good against you.
No, it's not great.
But I do have that 5-drop in my hand.
It's true. And Fatal Push can't even hit the 5-drop anyway. Like, even if it's at full mast, it can only go convert a mana cost 4 or less.
Find a mountain.
So, that doesn't seem too bad.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Here's a Scalding Tarn. And I will pass the turn. And on your upkeep,
Untap. Upkeep.
plan to do something. Okay, Splash in Pestermite and tap down the Temple Garden.
16.
Go ahead. Continue. Rather.
Draw for turn.
It's kind of shocking you haven't seen any 1s yet.
Gavany Township. No, I have not. I was kind of banking on drawing some.
Yeah,
My draws have been horrible.
I've noticed.
It's your go.
I crack this end of turn because I don't want another land. Go down to 14. That will fetch a tapped Watery Grave. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked I'm not at like 2 with facing down a board of like 6 1-drops. This is a very strange.
Well, your double
strange way for
Thoughtseize
this
was
to
very
play.
nice.
Sure, but even that didn't hit any 1s or 2s.
No,
hit
it
a 3 and a
didn't,
4.
but I'd kept
Yeah.
probably the best 3-drop and the best 4-drop, so I figured
Yeah. Seems
even
not
if it
bad.
was slow, it should get there, but double Thoughtseize ruined that.
I'm going to cast Spreading Seas on your other Temple Garden. Drawing a
Rude.
card. Ugh, that wasn't great. And then I'll beat for 2.
You get a path.
Sure. That's it.
Untap. Upkeep. Have anything?
Yeah. Oh, am I on your upkeep? No, I don't.
Okay. Wooded Foothills. Crack that, going to 15.
This is the kitty turn.
Find Sacred Foundry. Untapped, going to 13.
Sure. Yeah, I guess you needed the white source.
Yeah, you got my second white source, so.
Yeah, that's why I went for that instead of the township. Because I figured if I can mise you not being able to play that this turn, then that's pretty good.
And 5 mana for the Caracal.
Yep. Get some kitties.
Tokens away.
I don't think I did. Putting stuff
think
away
I
doesn't
did.
sound like me.
Kitties.
Yep.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. That's fine, I guess. There's a polluted Delta. Does all have lifelink? Or it's other cats, I guess.
Other
have
cats.
lifelink?
And then these have lifelink naturally.
Yeah. That's troublesome. Go ahead. On your upkeep,
Untap.
Stop.
Upkeep.
Flash in a Deceiver Exarch. Tapping down the Temple Garden.
Tap it in response.
Sure.
Go to 11. And we don't have a green source. Haha. Draw for turn. Luckily, we do have a forest in our hand.
Ah. Of course.
Gavany Township.
Yep. Maybe I should have ghost quartered it. I don't know. Are you going to combat?
Yes, go to combat.
Correct this. 13. 4 attacks. We will grab a snow-covered island.
A frosty island.
Frosty Island. Yeah, we went with the snow-covereds because this deck has a card called Early Frost in it. And also because...
It's called Contaminated Frost, so makes sense.
Well, that too. And we just got snow outside for like the first time in a while. So that's
and like a full foot of it.
Here's a Deceiver Exarch. I'll tap down the 4 power one.
Attack you for 6.
Block.
Go up to 17.
Yep.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. That's enough lands. I'm going to Ghost Quarter this right now.
Yeah. Before the little kitties can get over your walls.
Yeah, it was possible that I should have, instead of playing the second Deceiver XR, Ghost Quarter that before you had a green source, but you also had to have a green source in your hand, and you just did.
And I did.
Here's a Bloodstained Mire. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, you can't respond to lands.
No. No, I cannot. I would like to respond to the lands I keep drawing with "Stop drawing lands!" or something to that effect. But, yeah.
Untap. Upkeep. Oh, you have no cards in hand.
Nope.
Draw for turn.
Yeah, my game one's pretty hopeless against this deck.
Kitty Maker.
Yep.
Go to combat.
Yep.
10.
Take 4. Go to 9.
Go to 23. Enter go.
Go to 8, because I really don't want another land. I feel like I've said that already several times. Get a Water Grave tapped. Problem is, it's already, I think, at the point where I can't, in my main deck, deal with this board.
Yeah, the lifeling's probably a little strong.
Well, even if I could somehow find a way to kill this, which I don't have any, but even if I could somehow find a way to kill that, I just can't really deal with a bunch of big guys, and token makers and stuff. Which is definitely one of the biggest weaknesses of this deck. There's 2 main weaknesses of this deck, and I'll go over that a little bit later. Draw a card. Yeah.
It was a land.
No, might as well have been. Go ahead.
Untap.
On your upkeep. Early Frost. We were just talking about this. I will tap down that, and that. Why not?
Like this?
Yeah.
Go to 21.
Yeah, because like the only thing I could lock you out of is red.
You can lock me out of green.
I guess I could lock you out of green. Maybe that's better. So it'll be that, and Sacred Foundry. So you can have 2 planes and a mountain up.
Guess that was a much better choice.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't even see that I could lock you out of green.
Yeah, well, cause
yeah. Your green source is already locked. So.
Yeah, you've already locked the other green
And you
sources.
took the 2 off that?
Yeah, so I went 21.
Not that that's really going to matter.
Can't play my kitty now. He was going to save one of my other forests. So 10 plus 15 total.
So these are 3 3s?
These are 3 3s. That's 4 4. That's 5 5. That's a 6 6. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep, gotta do that. Go to 2.
I gained 12 life.
And I lose both my creatures.
33. Here's another plains.
Yep.
Enter go.
Go ahead.
Untap.
On your upkeep. Early Frost. Duh. I don't really care.
No, my blue source. I needed that.
Yeah.
31.
Oh boy, only 31.
Draw for turn. What are you at?
2.
Swing.
I think I died to that. Yeah, so I'll take it.
16. Before damage.
Helix?
Helix Pride Sovereign.
Sure, why not?
So I go to 34.
You're higher than when I cast this. But yeah, that kills me. Yeah, so that was game 1, and we will see you in sideboards. Alright, sideboard time. So, I'm gonna go over this deck's weaknesses quickly, at least some of the ones that I've noticed, first, because it plays in heavily as to why my sideboard looks like this. So, this deck has a couple of really main weaknesses. One of them is decks that don't care about mana, and that also counts for decks that happen to be base blue or base black, because the things you use to shut off their lands don't really shut them off. Like Spreading Seas just becomes 2 mana to draw a card if you're playing against a blue deck, usually. So it's not the greatest. And decks like, the first time this deck was featured, it featured against a deck that doesn't really care.
It only cared about colorless mana,
Yeah.
so changing the land type didn't really accomplish anything.
Yeah. And so that's one of its main weaknesses. Unfortunately, this deck kind of has, the deck that you're playing kind of has elements of that weakness in this, because even if I shut off a couple of your lands, you really only need 1 functional land.
Though it is nice because you can disable the growth
It
for
is
Wild
true.
Coddle and Loam Lions.
But it's unlikely that that's going to maintain throughout, unless you happen to get mana screwed also. But then you're probably already in trouble. But anyway, so that's one of the main weaknesses. And the other one is, this just, like, in that game 1, you had like 4-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop, so it took a while. But honestly, I don't think this deck can beat, in the main deck, I don't think this deck has like a chance against just 2 1-drops that have like 2 or 3 power. Like, I can't really do much against it. My only creatures are Deceiver, Exarch, and Pestermite, and those both become outclassed very fast just by a small army, because they're not really doing many trades against, like, a 3/3 is not going to get traded with a 2/1, and a 1/4 might block it, but you probably are going to have 3 or 4 more. So it's not really going to do much. So the reason I made my sideboard like this is so I can kind of transform this deck into more of a blue-black control type shell. It's still going to have, like, the main elements of, like, the early Frost actual combo in it, but there's so many cards in here that are not good against aggro, and just I get stomped on by even probably mid-range creature decks, because there's not really a lot I can do. Yeah. So, with that said, Relic of Progenitus, that's not in there for any of those reasons. It's in there because it's a good sideboard card against graveyard strategies. This is not one, so it's not coming in. Collective Brutality, I think last time I played a deck that had Collective Brutality against this one, and I determined that Collective Brutality is not that great. However, there are cards in here that are really not good against this deck, so I'm actually going to bring these 2 cards in.
And because you can mess with my
Yeah.
lands, you might be able to pick something off with a -2/-2.
Yeah, that's very true. And I can get the Cocoa out of your hand, I guess, if I need to. But it's better than some of the things in here in any case. Pithing Needle, again, that's just in there because it's a good sideboard card, but there's nothing in particular I want to needle against you, so I'm not going to bring that in.
I mean, Pride Sovereign, but yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Damnation, great, obviously. Got the Russian ones for luck. Cletus, that's just in there for some actual beef, so you can actually kind of block creatures and, do some fun things. So that's in there. Mana Leak, that's just kind of a better upgrade to some of the things that are in here.
And it seems fun
So I'm
if
gonna
you
bring that
have
in.
multiple of the
Yeah.
lose life lands, then they have to pay.
Yeah.
Might be
You have
forcing
pay
them to
3
tap
mana
them.
or something, yeah. It's pretty good. It gives you something to do late game. Like, it's probably, like, if you have a bunch of, like, Contaminated Grounds and Pooling Venoms on their lands, they're probably just not going to pay for whatever you Mana Leak. Because if it's like, is it worth taking
helps it
4 or 6?
Yeah, because Mana Leak normally gets worse as the game goes on, but you're fine as long as you draw your enchantments with it, so it seems reasonable.
Exactly. Doomblade, go for the throat, dismember. I went with 3 different ones just for variety's sake.
Just because we had the fancy arts and a foil.
And they're
Doomblade.
all foil. Unfortunately, this Doomblade is not an F&M promo like these two are. But, those come in, obviously. And Inquisition is kind of an upgrade to Thoughtseize in this deck. Thoughtseize can hit, the 5-mana kitty that you played last game and collect a company, whereas Inquisition can't. However, I don't really like paying 2 life against a really fast aggro deck. So,
and just picking off the Wild Nacatl at the beginning saves you so much more life.
Yeah, so basically, I think this is probably the most I've ever sideboarded. Because I am taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards? That seems right. Yeah. So, cards we're taking out. Censor is okay, but I really like the cycling, but against you, I mean, if I censor like a Wild Nacatl, if I get like lucky and actually am able to counter like a 1-drop or something like that, chances are you probably just have 3 more. So it's not really doing a ton. And you might just not even pay for it because it's like, well, if I cast a Loam Line with a mana up and I use this, you might be just like, yeah, I don't need that, and here's a 3/3 instead. Like, there's just so many scenarios where this just doesn't do enough, and I think Mana Leak is pretty much better than it. So, yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. But anyway, those are coming out. Taking out every copy of Remand, because Remand is terrible against a deck with a bunch of 1-drops. Like, I might be able to Remand, like, a Collect a Company or something, but even that, you'll just cast the next turn and still give me a lot of value, so I don't think they're quite good enough. And I'm taking out 4 Thoughtseizes. And the cards I'm bringing in, so definitely Damnation, definitely Cletus, definitely these 3 removal spells. It's at 6. Yeah, and then I'm going to, I think, actually thought of this a little bit wrong here. I think I'm going to bring in the Inquisitions and the Collective Brutalities instead of the Mana Leaks. Because, again, this deck has so many kind of redundant threats that it might just not be good enough. So yeah, I think I'm going to bring in all these cards for these cards. Yeah, so that was me. Go ahead.
As for me, we've kind of gone over this enough times.
Oh, yeah.
So we're cutting a Path and a Lightning Bolt, because removal isn't the greatest against him. The Path still has some utility to help us get up to the Regal Caracal, like you've seen in Game 1, so I kind of like leaving a few copies of it in. And Lightning Bolt, we have pretty limited red sources that he can shut off, so I'm not too sure about it. Or we're bringing in Dromoka's Command has the ability to make him sacrifice an enchantment, which is pretty good, so we can get rid of them off our lands. And 1 more Regal Caracal, because it's harder for him to interact with it, and it's kind of a mini army in a can that's pretty decent. So these 2 in, these 2 out.
All right. Short and sweet. I like it. So that was Sideboards, and we'll see you in Game 2. Alright, Game 2. Gonna show my hand. Get all that old goodness. That was me. Go ahead.
We've got those. Whoop.
Alright. Kick things off with a Polluted Delta. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Cavern of Souls naming cats.
Yep.
A Rome Ryan.
Yep.
Sure go.
Crack that, going to 19. Get a tapped Watery Grave. Untap. Draw a card. It's not the worst. Yeah, it's not the worst. Here is a Bloodstained Mire, which I'll crack. Going to 18. I will, I think with this one, just get a Swamp.
Swamp.
Since I'm
So you're going to drain the swamp?
Since I'm such a nice person, I'm going to drain my swamp into your cavern. That sounds horrible. That sounds like horribly sexual. Anyway, go ahead.
Untap.
So that's a swamp now, in other words.
Draw for turn. Wooded Foothills. Attack you for 1.
No blocks.
Just 1.
Okay, 17.
I kind of need the mana next turn. It's your go.
Fair enough. Draw a card. That was good. Excellent timing for that, actually. Dark Slick Shores. Go ahead.
End of your turn.
Yep.
Crack this, go to 19. Temple Garden tapped.
Yep. That turns on the lion. Full masked lion.
Untap.
On your upkeep, here's a Deceiver Exarch. Tap down the Cavern of Souls.
17.
May continue.
Draw for turn. Windswept Heath. Crack that going to 16. Find a swamp. A plains.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a swamp at some point. Who knows?
I can see the future.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it'd be Temple Garden before
Yeah,
plains.
it would be.
And we're going to go for Crystali Pride Mage.
Yep. That's pretty good because it
Sure
can
go.
knock off enchantments. Untap. Draw a card.
Fortunately, even a 3/4 Loam Lion can't surmount a 1/4.
Yeah. Here is a Spreading Seas on Temple Garden. Drawing a card. And here's a Polluted Delta.
Esper colors over here.
Yeah. And I will pass the turn. And on your upkeep, crack that. 16. This one will get an island. I guess I could have cracked that on my turn. I didn't need to do that on your upkeep, but I don't think you have any way of punishing me, really, with 3 mana. And we will go for an Early Frost. 1, 2, 3.
In response, add a blue.
Yep.
Sack this to destroy contaminated grounds.
Sure.
And you get them tapped.
Continue.
Draw for turn. Wooded Foothills. Crack that, going to 15. We'll get the Stomping Ground. Whoops. Throw part of my library around.
As you do.
13. And a Wild Cuddle.
Yep.
Turgo.
Untap. Draw a card. That was reasonable timing for that, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. So right now, Wild Nicodle is a 3/3 and Loam Lion is a 2/3, right?
Yes.
Yes. Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep.
On your upkeep, there's a Pestermite, and that will tap down At this point, I think I can't keep attacking your lands and hope to get anywhere. But at the same time, you could maybe play a 5-drop this turn if you had one, and I know you boarded another one in. So, yeah, we'll tap down Stomping Ground.
In response, green,
Yeah.
and 3.
Coco.
4 Collected Company.
Another card I can't beat. It would sure be nice to draw some of these sideboard cards.
I was really
instead of
worried in the
everything that was
first
in my
3.
main deck. Yeah.
But here's 2 Pride Sovereigns.
All right. As you do.
Five.
Block that one. Take 2. Go to 14.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. There's a sideboard card, finally. Of course, I don't have lands. Two in the air.
11.
Pass the turn.
No wrath. Beautiful. Untap. Draw for turn. So currently they are 5/5s.
I guess.
I think it's just worth it to swing for 15.
Do that. Sure. Okay. I'm going to emerge an Elder Deep Fiend, sacrificing Pestermite.
Are you doing that before combat then?
No, I'm not doing that before combat.
I guess it is a
1,
5/6.
2, 3, 4.
It is a 5/6.
It is a 5/6. So then I will block there and block there. And then I'll take...
7?
Is that right? This is for each other cat, right?
Yes. So they get +3/+3.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll block like that and take 7. Going to 7.
Poor Pride Sovereign. Here is a forest. Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Cards?
3 cards.
Yeah, who am I kidding? It needs to be this. Kalidas, Trader of Get.
3/4 with lifelink.
Pretty good. And when a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, instead you exile it, and I get a 2/2 zombie. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Sunpetal Grove.
Yep. Getting ready in case we need some zombies.
Gonna exert him
Sure.
to make 2 1/1 lifelink kitties. And
This is 6 now.
tapping this for a white and a green
Yeah.
for a fleece main line.
Sure.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, that was fine. Fleece Mate Lion's kind of annoying, actually. So I think... that and this, probably? Okay, I'm gonna cast Go for the Throat. And I think that will be in Pride Sovereign.
4 pride.
So that gets exiled, and I get a zombie. And then we will dismember, paying 2 life, going to 5. The Fleece main line. That gets exiled. I get a zombie. Let's see here. Four creatures. I'll beat for 3.
No mana open?
No. Sure. So, kill the Nakatl, gain 3 life, and get a... Oh, I don't get a zombie because these trade. But I gain 3 life, going to 8, which I needed a lot.
No, you still get it.
Do I still get it?
Yeah.
Why would I still get it? These die at the same time.
Yeah, he still sees it die, though.
Okay. Sure.
I gain 1 life, going to 12.
What'd you gain a life for?
Lifelink kitty.
Oh, they have lifelink by default?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought only the Lord gave lifelink to kitties, but that works.
Now, the Lord makes kitties
Sure.
that have lifelink and then gives them lifelink.
That makes sense. Go ahead.
They just kept reusing the 1 kitty.
Untap.
Sense. Draw for turn. So many zombies.
Yeah, I figured he was worth trading in for the life and the zombie.
Adding a white with Cavernous Souls for a Brimaz.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Antrigo.
Untap. Draw a card. I'm gonna start by Inquisitioning you, because why not?
Loam line and a Fleece main line.
Fleece main. Fleece mang.
I was holding him because 1 more mana I could immediately monstrous him, but...
Yeah. And we will Contaminated Ground the Stomping Ground. Yeah, I don't have really good attacks either. Here's a Scalding Tarn. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Loam line.
Yep.
And I don't have really great attacks, so it's your go.
Now that 5/6 is put in working. Here's a Spreading Seas, and I guess I'll get your last forest. Because that shuts off loam lines.
Oh no, they're only 1/1s now.
And I will pass the turn. Well, actually, let me just crack this now. Go to 7. We'll get an island. Then I'll pass turn.
End of your turn.
Uh-oh.
2 blue, a colorless, and a green.
Uh-oh.
Get me a collected
That
company.
was a very, very good draw.
Too wild in the cuddles.
Sure.
Replacing Brimaz isn't the best choice.
Yeah. And on your upkeep,
Untap.
I will Pestermite that.
10. Draw for turn. Windswept Heath.
Yep.
And your go.
Untap. Draw a card. Cards? None?
None.
2 in the air.
8.
Go.
End of your turn, go to 7.
I guess it doesn't really change the math overly.
Find a Temple Garden tapped.
That's pretty good. Still enough red though, so Wild Nicottles are still only 2/2s.
Unfortunately, I only have the one stomping ground, so...
Do you have a basic mountain?
I do, but Windswept Heath wasn't getting
sure,
that.
of course. I was just curious if you had one.
Untap. Basic mountain. I mean, you know what? It more or less was.
Great.
Green and a white.
Yep.
For Pride Mage.
Ah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sack Pride Mage to destroy your contaminated ground.
Yep.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yes, it does.
Now I have my mountain back.
You do.
Do I have a good attack, though? You're at 7.
I'm at 7.
Not really. Block one of those. Block those. I'd get 3. No, that's not good enough. Turgo.
Untap. Draw card. 2 in the sky.
5.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Go to combat.
Here's a Deceiver Exarch. Tap down Brimaz.
Turgo.
Yeah, that makes it an even worse attack. Draw card. Well, let's see what you drew. Inquisition.
You get a Brimaz.
Sweet.
I was gonna suicide him.
Yeah.
And then still have him for blocks, but...
Yeah, I can't really push 3 through this, so just 2 in there.
3.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Pride Sovereign.
Sure.
Enter go.
Draw card. Snow-covered island. Attack for 4.
Attack for 4.
Yes.
Block with Loam Line. My 2/1/1s.
Loam Line and 2 1/1s. I mean, they have lifelink.
They do have
so
lifelink.
That's pretty good. I'll take out the 2 1/1s.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Oops.
So, I end up staying at 5, or 3.
Yeah. But that now lets me Fatal Push Brimaz because I had Permanent Sleeve. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. You know what? If there was ever a top deck.
Oh, no. Oh, no. So bad. It's so bad. I can't beat
You would have
that.
had me.
I cannot beat that. Because now you just gain all the life that I've been slowly chipping away at.
I mean, I did have 3 in there, but yeah, right when I'm on the ropes.
Yep. Came close. Also notice only my sideboard cards matter this game, really.
So my Pride Sovereign is currently
I mean, this was pretty
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 10/10.
Yep. As you do.
10. 16. 24.
All right. Well, so how big is it? These are 4s, these are 3s?
Those are 3 4s, 4 4s, 10 10.
Okay. Blocking the coddle. Blocking the coddle. That's all I have 4 toughness. Damn. Block a Pride Sovereign. Jump off of those. Take 4. Going to 3.
Go up 27.
Yep. So eating a coddle. These bounce. And I lose a zombie. Does that seem right? Yeah.
Yeah. Enter go.
Damnation off the top? Or a land. Why not?
You do not get as lucky as I do, apparently.
Alright, well, I definitely can't win. And I don't even think I can stay alive for 1 extra turn, so all in.
How much damage is that?
There's 2, 4, 6, 11.
I'll take it.
Go ahead. You got me. I came close, though. I did come close. My sideboard plan almost worked. I just didn't draw enough of my sideboard cards, I guess.
No, you drew a lot.
I only drew 3. That's not a lot. I drew Cletus and 2 removal spells.
I was expecting another one of these off the top.
30%.
It's the Pride Sovereign.
Oh, just a what is it now?
It gets this guy
12,
up to
12?
a 10-10. Yeah. So 10, 14, 20, 23, 25, 27.
I will take that and go to negative 24. Alright, so that was this matchup. Kind of how I figured this would go, but I thought, like, after sideboard, I'd have at least a shot at it. But apparently not. Although, I did come very close. I did come very close.
Until the point that
until you gave your entire board life
kitty
when you were at 3 and went up to, like, 30. But, that happens. Alright, so that was this match. Don't forget to vote for next week, and we'll see you on Friday.
Bye.